Hi, my name is Tiki Barber. I show love without words by running. I never would have thought that I would have been a marathon runner, but I got asked to run for a charity, and it sucked me into something that has become a passion. And now that I am a board member of Culture City and help Michelle and Julian start KC Fit, this is truly what I'm passionate about. So running and using my athleticism, my experiences as an athlete, to encourage families and kids with special needs to also be athletic and get some fitness is something that I'm very passionate about. Michelle and myself ran the Boston Marathon this past May. And during the course of it, we realized that this is pretty fun. It's exciting and challenging, but also very engaging from a mental and physical standpoint. And we said, why not bring this to our community? And that's how KC Fit was born. KC Fit is an initiative to encourage families and kids with special needs to be active and live healthy lifestyles. We show it mostly by running, but anything active is a positive for kids who sometimes get stuck inside. So obviously I spent the first part of my professional life as a professional football player, which was very different than a marathoner. My body was built differently, had layers of muscles to withstand the poundings that I would take on Sunday afternoons. But running provides something different. It's an internal challenge. It is a competition against myself. But more interestingly, I find that when I'm running, I escape, that I find myself lost in wherever I am, whether it's in a park or out on the highway. I notice things that I just wouldn't notice otherwise. And so in a lot of ways, running has become a solitude for me and something that I cherish doing, because it is an individual pursuit. Nobody else is in my shoes. But I also find that if you have a teammate, even if it's someone from afar, Michelle and I kind of run together, even though we live thousands of miles apart. And I think you find that with teams. There is a encouragement, there is a motivation, there is a sense of not wanting to let the rest of the team down involved with being a runner and being a part of a running team. And that's what we try to accomplish at KC Fit and by running the marathon. So the 2016 New York City Marathon will be my third marathon, but it's the first one for KC Fit. Now after Michelle and I ran Boston and we came up with the idea for KC Fit, the obvious question was, what's next? And New York City was the obvious answer. And so we got ourselves a KC Fit team. We started with about 4 or 5 bibs, but it wasn't enough because everybody who heard about our endeavor wanted to be a part of it. And so now we have about 15 runners running New York City for KC Fit. And it's fantastic. This is the greatest marathon in the country, mainly because you're running through Brooklyn, you're running through the Bronx and Queens and Manhattan and Staten Island, and you feel like I am embracing all of New York. People are out on the streets, there's bands, the energy is so intense. Now it's brutal because it's very hilly, but when you come through Central Park, when you come through here, heading down 5th Avenue, ultimately to swing back into the park to finish, there's nothing like it. And I can't wait for that moment for myself and for all the folks that are running for Culture City. Join me in Culture City to promote autism acceptance by sharing how you show love without words.